Hello, my name is Roy Evans. I've been engaged in the meetings and hospitality industry for more than 40 years, including 18 as President and CEO of the Professional Convention Management Association. In that time, the U.S. has weathered more than half a dozen recessions, though admittedly, none quite like the one we're in today. Every economic downturn has been marked by high unemployment, cutbacks in travel budgets, reduction in tax collections, and a collective amnesia about the economic impact of meetings and events and the millions of service jobs they support. In 1992, at the height of an earlier recession, more than 200 PBS stations broadcast a documentary entitled The Invisible Industry. 17 years later, the script remains unchanged. Please join Charles Osgood as we revisit The Invisible Industry.
Testing, 1, 2, check, 1, 2.
It's a little past first light, just about the right time to tell a story about an industry that works around the clock. Yet it's an industry that no one thinks about, let alone even thinks of as an industry. It's supposed to work perfectly and yet invisibly. In this report, we intend to make it visible. The meetings and travel industry, by focusing on the people who make it work.
Okay, anything else that needs to be talked about?
Order ready.
I need you all to put chairs up.
Through its hotels and airlines and restaurants, its meeting rooms and cab stands and concierge desks, it employs 6 million of us, helping us chase the American dream with a payroll in excess of $84 billion. Today, we'll report on this invisible industry and try to make its various parts clearer to the eye. The most popular venue for face-to-face meetings is the hotel. While the recession slowed the pace of new hotel development, some hotels opened in 1992, generating thousands of desperately needed jobs.
Can you tell me what kind of a job you're here looking for?
Banquet setup, dishwasher, really anything that they have to offer, really.
Bartending.
Clerical position.
Assistant restaurant manager.
Anything in the hospitality field.
3 months later, the hotel's newly hired employees were in place to shelter, feed, service, and welcome their first guests.
Thank you very much.
Traveling the country and the world to conferences and companies is really to learn. It's to give me an education and learn as much as I can about where things are going. I mean, it's the best way.
Hey, how you doing, Steve? Good to see you.
In the meetings industry, a show of this size generates enormous economic impact.
Essentially, the meetings industry puts people to work. When it takes people from one location or many locations and brings them to a single location, it provides economic benefit, the end result of which is additional jobs and additional work for people in that location. I'm told by the Visitors Convention Bureau, my experience is consistent with this, that this show will bring $117 million economic benefit in a 4-day period to the city of Chicago and the surrounding area.
Travel and tourism in 1991 came up with over $350 billion in receipts, employed 6 million Americans, $44 billion in tax revenues. Those are impressive numbers.
The hotels get about 50% of that, restaurants 22 to 24% of it, local transportation another 4 to 5%. Gas stations love it when a town is busy.
Tourism is what we call an invisible. It's not a merchandise and durable good. You can't package it, you can't ship it, you can't receive it. You can't put it on your desk and look at it.
Tourism in its broadest sense is one thing for this country: jobs. To me, the meetings and convention industry is truly aligned with the educational process. The beauty of it is it's probably the only function in education that generates tax revenue instead of having to use tax revenue in order to accomplish its purpose.
We have to do a better job of educating our local governments by talking about jobs, by talking about the number of people our business employs.
Can we run electric from these posts over here?
Yes, sir. We got power on both sides.
Setting up a major convention is like establishing a medium-sized college in a new town every year. We begin years in advance working on a major convention. We have to go out and secure the classrooms, find the real estate. We have to have a place for these people to meet and learn. And we have to have dorm space. We have to have a place for them to sleep. So we have to have hotel rooms. We have to bring together the experts in the field and determine what the curriculum will be and who the faculty will be.
The questions can be directed then to the presenter, and I'll chime in as necessary.
We also have to have textbooks for them, the audiovisual equipment, the sound equipment, so that the total learning experience is a very pleasant and productive one for them.
While it might seem that meetings and conventions have always been part of the American scene, it was the emergence of passenger train service in the early 20th century that made travel to national conventions possible. As transportation became more efficient, so did the meetings and travel industry. In our nation's capital, the 59th annual meeting of the 25,000-strong members of the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons is about to begin. Among the orthopedic surgeons who have convened here to learn and to give back to their community is a doctor from Idaho, a state with the lowest doctor-to-patient ratio in the country.
There's no way in Boise, Idaho, that I could get the variety of experience that I can get here.
Create a healthcare system that doesn't abandon people, that knows what to do with sick people who can't be cured.
This convention, there's more going on than anybody could absorb, and it's probably the most bang for your buck in terms of coming and spending time in one place, getting a tremendous educational experience. I think the beauty of a meeting like this, a combined, concentrated meeting, is it enables me to pick up these little bits of technology, these little techniques, and take them back to Boise and use them. And for me, it gives me the ability to do what I like to do best, and that's make them better, make them feel good, and watch them walk out the door and wave them goodbye into the sunset. By the way, we have very pretty sunsets in Idaho.
Night is falling in Boise, but the sun never sets on the meeting and travel industry. As dusk descends and today's meeting draws to a close, a crew of housemen invisible to hotel guests is already resetting breakout rooms for tomorrow's sessions. Nearby, a meeting planner and her staff are burning the midnight oil as the night manager begins his watch. When it ends at dawn, the world's largest classroom will again be open for business. It's an educational process repeated over and over, day after day, in cities big and small, just like yours and mine. I'm Charles Osgood. See you on the radio.